Welcome to the American Fork Podcast. This is Jeff. I will be hosting this fine evening. We are a podcast that we record on a microphone that is connected to a computer, and then you listen to it from a phone with earphones connected to it, plugged into your ears, or a giant sound system, whatever you prefer. With me, let's see, straight ahead. We'll start with you, Phil. How's it going?
What's up? This is Phil.
This is Phil. This is what Phil's voice sounds like.
It sounds like pure butter,
Yes.
which is what I had for dinner.
What happened to your golden microphone that you used to use?
I've been too lazy lately to whip it out. It's a tube mic, so it has a special power supply that I got to hook up and things
Oh,
like
wow.
that. So,
It sounds important.
yeah, vacuum tubes. That's how you get that golden age sizzle.
Well, if anyone's going to have a ridiculous microphone, it's going to be you.
Yep.
That's what I know about you.
I have many.
Many ridiculous microphones?
Yep.
Okay.
All for different purposes.
Do you have any made of diamonds?
Yes.
Okay. To my left, I've got Mr. Jake. How's it going, Jake?
Hey guys,
Tell me what your voice sounds like.
wearing khakis today.
Ooh. Hey,
Not really.
Is this Jake from State Farm?
Jake from State Farm. This is what my voice sounds like.
Good. And you are the only one that keeps our head on straight with the housekeeping items like our website and whatnot. So why don't you give us that spiel in your voice?
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
Want me fluff your pillow?
Housekeeping, you tell me website.
Yeah, website, AmericanFork.com. Also found on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at American Forked. Our voicemail line is 385-323-0684. You can also text that number and tell us how awesome we are and how beautiful I sound.
Can they send pictures
show.
to that? I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
To that website?
No, to
that
that
text.
text message thing.
Yeah, send a
Oh, there's a text message thing.
send an SMS or an MMS.
Trent's going to try and send body pictures probably of his body.
Yeah, probably that.
Tattoos.
I'm surprised I haven't received them.
Try not to tell this joke, but I'm
Alrighty.
trying not to say dick pic and still tell this joke, but basically
But you
that's-
just did.
Yep. Fail.
He knew what you were talking about. Let's be honest.
Well, that's awesome. I love to see you guys. I'm so glad that we're all here together, all jacked up on caffeinated beverages and everything else in our lives.
Everyone mute your phones. I just did.
Oh, yeah.
Something special.
Thanks, Jake.
I don't even know where mine is.
Oh, that's okay. You don't
Phil,
need
you
it.
never know where your phone's at.
Nope.
All right, well, we're going to jump into micro news, which is a made-up news term that we use, but it's American Fork News. And the one thing that caught my attention that I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, is just simply that the American Fork City Council, they've started talking about the 2022 budget for the city. And I was trying to scroll through and find, like, what is the budget for the city? But I couldn't find that in this story. I'm sure I could have found it on the interwebs somewhere. But I did come across this piece of information that I thought was really interesting. So I'm going to ask you how much, okay, I didn't even think about this, but the rec center, the recreation center for American Fork in every city, I'm sure, is a revenue generating machine for the city. It actually makes them money,
Sure.
right? How much money do you think American Fork Rec Center has made, or what do you think they make per year? for the city?
$25 billion.
Okay, Phil, you're ridiculous.
Million. 25 million.
That's pretty far off.
$8,200.
8,200.
$1, Bob.
Okay.
79,421.
In the Price is Right, Jake won because he did not go over, but it is $2.2 million.
Okay.
They're anticipating it to grow by 16.1% to $2.6 million.
So wait, is that their gross revenue? Or is
That's
that,
how much the rec center brings in. I don't know.
so that's
gross
their
or
net profit?
I think it's all the money that comes in. I'm not sure. But the center, it says the expected revenue for the fitness center is to increase from 2.2 million in 2001 to 2.6 million in 2022.
Is that all the people that are going to try to lose their quarantine pounds?
Maybe, I don't know.
Is it still in the same place by the cemetery?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So
Yeah.
They've expanded a little bit. Their pool is awesome.
Is it?
They had a really cool slide out in the pool. Yeah.
Yeah, when did
Little
it become a thing to like
kiddie pool
do
area.
water parks at pools? That seems like a thing now.
Pretty sure that was always a thing. It's just people didn't have enough money to have a thing.
I don't remember. I thought pools were just pools.
Pleasant Grove's had one for a long time, but Provo has a kind of a new rec center, but they've got like a rock jumping wall and a huge slide and
What does? Which one is that?
No,
the
they've had
Provo
them.
Rec Center.
They've had them for a long time, but not when we were growing up.
No, they
Pools
didn't have them. No,
Yeah.
they didn't have one. You're right.
Pleasant Grove had 2 slides when we were in school.
We're going to be going up to Lava Hot Springs, which has got a crazy water park up there. Apparently, not
Yeah.
crazy water park, but it's cool because it's all fed by hot springs
In Idaho?
Yeah. Have you been before?
Yeah, I went like 22 years ago,
When you were
12.
12.
14, something like that.
1999.
I don't know how old I am, listener.
Because the world is the Matrix, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. So that's actually the only micro story that I had. It's really hard digging up decent stories just from American Fork. But
I have one that's
Oh.
actually really cool.
okay, shoot.
I was so excited to talk about this.
I'm so excited for you to be excited about talking about this.
No one else cares, though.
Oh my gosh, say it.
The solid waste district, the place
Oh,
where
here
the
we
dump,
go.
where you dump your stuff.
Yeah.
They put a live webcam so you can see how far the line is from home.
That
Oh, the line to get in
The
there.
line to get in.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you get there, you're like, I have no idea how long the line's going to be. So I might be 3 hours. I might be 20 minutes.
Yeah.
why don't they incorporate that in like Disneyland? It seems like a decent idea.
The dump's pretty innovative. So
Maybe that
Disneyland
starts at a
might-
dump and moves to
I'm
Disneyland.
sure things that Disneyland gets, they get it from local dumps.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't care because I started going to the other one. I won't say which one because I don't want people, all our thousands of viewers, to
Go through your
start
trash.
going. I don't want them to go there and make
because
a line.
it's that lucrative.
Yeah. I just don't. I want there to be no people there when I go.
Yeah, that
Are you
makes
sure
sense.
that's not an illegal dumping site?
It could be.
You're like, no one's ever here. This is awesome.
Some old guy yells at me every
I
time
thought
I
that
dump
if
stuff
I
here.
thought if it's a body of water though, it doesn't count, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's not on the land.
It's Utah
nobody
Lake, so
nobody
there's-
owns it.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Except China, they're building a. Are you helping China? I just am building.
Is Phil building an
islands?
island on
Building
Utah
their
Lake?
island that China owns already.
It's made out of all China stuff anyway. So
Well, Jake, I'm really glad that you can actually see how long the wait's going to be, and you can determine whether or not to go to the dump. I mean, how often do you do this, really?
go to the dump
Yeah,
once every 6 months.
yeah. So that's really cool. So you might save some time every 6 months.
But Saturday morning, it's a drag.
Well, you go to
boy.
utahcountygarbage.org and you can see
I-
their real time.
I'm,
Wait line.
tomorrow when I'm working, I'm just going to pull that up and have the live stream going. Just
live
watch
stream.
it.
Just like the storm of the White House.
Yeah, in my world, I'm going to be looking and I'm going to be going, hey, look what that guy has in his truck.
Yeah, right.
Why'd that guy even go to the dump? I think that would have fit in his trash
I
can.
want that couch.
Is that a dead body?
Try to beat him to it.
And I'm even going to try and get. I'm even going to try and get some work done.
buy that couch from you.
Hey, I'll buy the couch. All right, cool. Now moving on to local news. This is Utah news. So there's a whole bunch. The last legislative session, they passed a whole bunch of bills that recently went into effect. Okay, it is a little bit old news, about a week old, but we haven't talked about it on this podcast. And I found that there's a lot of people that actually don't know about these new laws, and so I was going to highlight some of them, and some of them have to do with things we've talked about also on the podcast. But here, I'll read this first one. Utahns no longer have to acquire a permit to carry concealed weapons permit. The permits will still be needed for traveling to states with the permit restrictions, but within Utah, if you're 21, you can conceal a carry. No permit required.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So, rock
I think
and roll.
Arizona did it too. Florida. Another state just recently did it also. Texas.
It seems like certain states, as they, and we'll get into this more as I scroll through some of these bills that passed. I think you pointed it out. Like, it seems like Utah's lightening up on things when the federal government's clamping down on things.
Yeah, the pendulum swings both ways when it comes. Yeah, exactly.
Kind of interesting. So,
Well, I think that's good because then we can actually see, like, oh, look, we made it so there were no concealed carry permits and thousands of people didn't start dying.
You know,
in the
all they're
streets.
doing is making more people move to Utah. So real estate's going to get even crazier.
Yeah. People are like, oh, I'm free in Utah? That's weird.
they're setting up the purge. real life. They want everyone to be armed.
That's why Post Malone is here, because he loves guns. He's like, it's like the Wild West in Utah, so
Yeah.
I'm going to move to Utah.
You know who's really awesome also? Pre-Malone.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Phil from American Family, whatever, Modern Family.
It was just a pre-Malone. That was the end of my joke. It's a dad joke. Okay, that's dead. So the next one, the only reason I bring this up is to show you guys how awesome I am, because during our dinosaur episode long time ago, Utah gained 2 new state parks. I'm just going to give you the names of them. One, Utah Raptor.
Boom.
That's the name of the state park. Utah Raptor State Park in Grand County.
It's your favorite dinosaur.
It was, and actually, I don't know if I brought this up.
It changed?
It changed.
You changed your favorite dinosaur and didn't tell us.
I know it's a huge deal. I don't want to get into it on this episode, but maybe next episode or something we can have another dinosaur segment. But yes, I changed my favorite dinosaur. But Utah Raptor is a new state park apparently, and also we have another one. It's called the Lost Creek State Park in Morgan County, and I know almost nothing about that. Have you heard of this Lost Creek?
So do they know that there's a Lost Creek there at that state park?
Well, I have a feeling that the reason why it is a state park now is because it was recently found. That's what I'm just a theory.
So it's not. It should be the Found Creek State Park.
Well, it was lost. It was lost.
Chewbacca just arrived.
Chewbacca's here.
Where is it?
Hi, friends.
I don't know. Did you?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, Tyler. How's it going?
Tyler just came out from under the table.
I've been here the whole time.
Welcome.
I thought it was Chewbacca. That awesome engine.
Here you go, buddy.
All right, here we go.
Okay, now to my right, this table has just changed dynamics.
And expanded.
Is now fully balanced.
Expounded. To my right is Mr. Tyler. Tyler, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Can you hear?
I can hear you guys.
Oh, good.
Is this new?
Nope.
No. All right. Cool.
New error.
It's yeah.
Where's the gold mic?
That's what I asked him.
I'm too lazy.
The golden EIB
That's
microphone.
fair.
If you've noticed, I've simplified.
Only
We,
we get
we
that
no
joke.
longer sit like in front of a TV and
Yeah.
have call-ins. We're just like
Just candy.
Just a bunch of
Caffeine.
candy. What is all this candy?
We talked about this candy last episode. It key lime pie Kit Kat and this brownies Snicker.
This candy is Elon Musk's attempt to get us to think that we're not living in the Matrix by changing things up a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
complicated. You,
we're-
gotta, you just listen
Just
to the
need to
last
listen.
What are we
episode.
talking about now then?
Yeah, exactly. Change the
Utah's
subject.
newest state parks. One of them is Utah Raptor, and the other one is Lost Creek.
Yep.
Which apparently
Lost
must
Creek.
not be lost if they know where
Where
it's
at?
Morgan County, which I'm not even that familiar with where Morgan County is.
so.
So,
Utah
It's up by
Raptor
Weber
apparently.
in Davis counties.
Oh, okay. Utah Raptor is north of Moab. So
Yeah.
you know that long stretch between Moab and I-70.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
with the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were dinosaurs out there.
Well,
No,
I
there's-
mean the dinosaur park. There's a dinosaur park there.
So the next one is SB 189, which what does SB stand for?
Senate bill.
There you go. I actually didn't know that, but I know now.
HB is the other one.
Well,
House
this
bill.
is something I think that's
Statutory.
been happening for a while, but maybe you guys don't realize this, the Mormons of the group. But so the electronic cigarettes and tobacco products can't be sold to. You have to be 21 now to buy them. Did you guys
Really?
know that?
When did that go into
I
effect?
thought that was always the case.
No, anyone
no.
could buy them before because
you-
there was
you had to be-
no FDA
Anyone like
regulation on them.
12-year-olds could buy them?
No.
You gotta be 19. I think it was
Was it 19?
19. Yeah.
In Utah, it was 19, but every other state it was 18. I know this because when Danny was 18, we would drive fairly regularly to Wyoming to buy a carton of cigarettes.
Oh, really?
Because there's some weird rule, like in Utah, you could have the cigarettes if you were 18, but you just couldn't buy them. So we'd take his
E-cigarettes.
No, well, e-cigarettes weren't
E-cigarettes.
around at that time, but we would go up and buy just regular cigarettes in Wyoming, and yeah, I mean, it was only an hour drive. So, anyways, but yeah, so this modifies penalties for selling tobacco products and electronic cigarettes to people who are younger than 21. That's what actually went into effect in this bill, but I didn't know if most people realized that the age changed. When I say most people, I mean Utahns, because
Well, I knew it was 19, but when did it change to 21?
it was a while ago. Federally, I think it
Really?
changed. It's kind of crazy. Obviously, we don't care. We're all way older than 21 now. So
Oh, this is the age change for regular cigarettes.
Regular cigarettes, e-cigarettes, all nicotine products.
Nationwide.
Is
You now
vape-
have to be 21.
Does vaping have nicotine in it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's probably, I don't know these things.
So I used to smoke, and then I quit, and I vaped, and it honestly was just as hard to quit vaping as just
Do you
cigarettes.
still vape? I haven't seen you
No,
vape for a long
I
time.
haven't for a long time.
Yeah? Good job.
Yeah. The last hiking trip, I know I was vaping up there.
I love you
with
even
the
more
red
now.
with the red panda.
Yeah.
He was the only other one that vaped, and then
He
this
was real,
hiking
too.
trip will not happen. So
Wait,
The,
what?
the vaping won't happen.
the vaping
Oh,
won't happen.
okay.
The trip.
Oh, you
will
guys were
happen.
worried
I
about
thought
me not
We're still
showing up.
going to Yellowstone, but
Yeah.
there won't be any
I was
vaping.
afraid there for a minute.
I got super paranoid when people started like posting horror pictures of the vape batteries like blowing up in their pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Or like blowing up in their face.
Uh-huh.
So I was
Or
I was
Samsung
I'm not
Galaxy
gonna
S7.
vape anymore.
The avenue of the e-cigarette is not just nicotine; it's many other things. Obviously,
Yeah.
THC and who knows now.
The only,
Tide
thing
Pods.
the only thing I've ever tried was a weed pen.
Pongs.
Vaping.
Yeah.
Is that vaping? If it's
Yeah,
a weed
sure.
pen? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just had weed in it.
Yeah, it was just marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was dandelions.
That
Oh.
would
That
be.
kind of weed.
That'd be
Okay,
different.
no, I get it.
Milkweed.
Dandelions.
By the
are
way,
actually really
legal
good for you.
California. Just throwing it out
What
there.
is-
It was legal in California.
Dandelion?
Vaping. Oh, he's saying he didn't do it in Utah because that would be
Illegal.
Illegal.
But it's actually illegal
Illegal.
everywhere too.
Get it?
Right?
Well-
Illegal.
Federally.
Federally, it's illegal.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
What,
states,
marijuana?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But-
some states allow it. So it's like this contradiction that the federal government's like, should we lift it? Should we just not sweep it under the rug? Should we?
So what happens is the feds will basically jump into like Colorado or California, and they'll be like, "You're shut down. You're shut down. You're shut down. You're shut down," and they confiscate everything.
These
leave.
brownies are good. You're shut down. These,
Do you have any gummy bears? But no, they shut all these dispensaries down, and then basically the next day, like they just open them back up as soon as the feds were gone because the state supports
the
them
state
being
allows it to
open,
happen,
Right?
right?
Is it New York State now?
Pretty sure.
Legal?
Yeah.
yeah. I think New York just recently.
California, Nevada, and I'm talking
Colorado.
recreation.
Yeah.
Are you giving us the sound of your beard?
Does it? Can you hear it? I
Yeah,
couldn't hear it.
I could hear it. You need to turn.
Oh, there it
you
is.
Need to turn it up,
That was
deaf
Jake.
boy.
That one was me.
Oh, I can hear that now.
Yeah. So I think New York. Anyway, some of those major, big city states and stuff, and I know Vegas has recently become a little bit more green, if you will.
Get it?
Get it?
Because it's a desert there.
That's funny.
Don't get it.
And there's-
Okay, this is the
It is
last
a
one.
desert.
This is the last one that I found very interesting. I had no idea this exists, but Utah State. This is HB 415. What does HB stand for, Jake?
House bill.
Good job.
Tyler beat me to it.
Pass, both of you. Utah can now review any presidential executive order through House Bill 415, which authorizes the Attorney General or Governor to declare them unconstitutional.
Single-handedly.
Did you get that? Yeah,
Yeah.
which is kind of interesting. It's not. It's the reason I think it's so interesting is because it has directly to do with what's going on right now. Like Trump threw out all these executive orders. Biden's throwing out all his executive orders, and I think states are kind of sick of it. And Utah's saying basically, listen, the attorney general or the governor can just say that executive order is unconstitutional. The answer is no. You can't. We're not going to follow that. So I'm sure there's other states doing it because Utah usually follows suit. They're not usually leaders in this type of stuff. But anyway, I had no idea this existed. Thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I had heard that this people were saying this state versus federal government thing might play out in like any gun laws that they do. Because if the federal government says, "Hey, we're going to do these new gun laws," then states can pretty much just be like, "Yes or no," just like they
Right.
do with weed.
Well, you
Like,
allowed marijuana to do in Colorado, so we're going to conceal carry whoever we want.
So we're kind of running into like, who does make the rules? The state or the
Yeah, how
federal?
enforceable are federal laws if states allow them?
Yeah, is it really just up to the states? I don't know.
And it seems that the states have the power, but the federal government is definitely growing more and more. So I don't know. It's definitely being put to the test, and different scenarios are being tried nowadays. So what do you think, Tyler?
I think you have a Christmas stocking still hanging up. in
I?
your living room, Phil.
It's some kind of weird thing my wife does, and there's a story or something, and she like gave one to all her siblings. I don't know what it means.
It's not Christmas. It's
No, it's Christmas.
oh, it's
It's Christmas.
oh no, we're 6 months late.
Don't you know that we celebrate? When I say we, I usually hide or like go hiking or something. Well, Crystal has all her family
she
over
celebrates.
for Christmas in July.
Really?
But
Really?
Decorates the whole house, Christmas,
You gotta
all
be
that
kidding,
stuff.
really?
Yeah.
I
Is
never
that why
knew
we're going backpacking?
A
month early in
I
June?
wish, yeah.
Can we decorate a Christmas tree while we're backpacking and
Yeah.
have Christmas while we're there? That sounds fun. Christmas,
feel left out.
Christmas with the polar bear,
in
with the
Yellowstone
grizzly
in June.
bear.
Yeah. And I feel so Scroogey because I don't want to participate because I'm like, I get enough Christmas, but I don't like it.
You're saying one Christmas is plenty?
She doesn't though.
Yeah.
So what is Christmas in July? Is that just like, hey, Christmas in July?
It's like
Another
Christmas
excuse.
is so far away, we want it now. So let's decorate the whole house, watch Christmas movies, make gingerbread houses.
Have you ever seen the documentary? Joke's over because I can't think of the name of it.
And cut. Take 5.
That was funny. Good job.
Okay, let me start that over. You ever seen the documentary Alice in Wonderland? A very merry unbirthday. Every day that's not your birthday is your unbirthday.
Yes.
That's the concept, right? It's
Yeah.
basically that concept, only with Christmas.
Christmas
Yeah.
in July.
Yeah.
Every day that's not Christmas is still Christmas. No, but like after we got married, I like one of the few things I put my foot down on in our marriage. I've been like, listen, can we please not listen to Christmas music until the day after Thanksgiving? Like,
Yeah, I understand.
so we got a whole month of Christmas, which is 1/12 of the year, plus
Yep.
Christmas in July.
Yep.
It's a lot. So
I do the same thing. I'll sit in Colleen's car and I'll be like, it's like 5 or 6 days before Thanksgiving. I'll be like, I got in your car and I noticed that one of the radio stations are set to 100.3 FM.
I think we need to talk about something.
you won't even let
It's
her
October
listen to it?
17th, and you're listening to FM 100.
See, I know when Crystal goes out shopping tomorrow, she'll be listening to Christmas music.
Really?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, or like she and
Really?
obviously that's her thing. I'm just like
it's currently May 14th.
I'm just like when I'm
Phil is saying
around in the
this.
house, in the car, I just don't want to listen to it.
This is obviously a problem, is what we're trying to tell you, Phil.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Simply heaven. Oh gosh,
I just got
they
anxiety
play.
a little
They
bit.
always play the worst Christmas songs on the radio.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. What kind of Christmas music is it that she listens to? Like the traditional stuff, or is it
Just
like
anything.
chorus? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Christmas.
Carpenters.
Imagine
Bing
Christmas
Crosby.
wishes
I am so.
shooting out of your eyes.
I'm going to start bringing. I'm going to start bringing presents to your wife, and they're all going to be Christmas related things.
Oh, she would love you so much.
She's going to.
Yeah.
Where does she buy? So she doesn't buy like Christmas M&Ms, and 'cause those aren't found anywhere.
No.
Black market?
She just like makes goodies or whatever
Mm-hmm.
for Christmas in July.
This
Crystal,
has been going
Crystal,
on this
Totally-
entire time.
That's really weird.
Yeah, you didn't even know
I
that
had
about
no
me
idea.
and my life, that Christmas was all year. But
I'm glad we. Well, you should have not told us.
that's what happens when you marry a woman with the heart of an angel.
That's true.
But
She belongs on the top of a Christmas tree. Is
Right.
the truth.
so,
The fact that she's not is
Yeah.
actually a travesty.
yep.
All right, moving on to national news. You ready? CDC, the Center for Disease Control, they basically amended its guidelines for fully vaccinated Americans. No longer recommending masks indoors or outdoors, including in crowds. The CDC director, don't want to say her name because it's weird to pronounce, basically announced it on Thursday, this last Thursday. And anyone has any questions, I've got this chart up.
Ooh, a chart.
It's a chart.
That they can see on the podcast.
Yep. Visuals are always really good on podcasts.
Let me
so
describe it
I always
for
like
you.
to.
There's a
Okay.
green column and a green and yellow and red column.
What do you think the green column is?
It's all the different scenarios that you can be in when you're vaccinated.
And they're all green,
Yep.
which is good. I'm glad that they're saying finally, you know what? You can just kind of go back to normal. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you're vaccinated.
What's the red? Like, what's an
The
activity? in
Rojo? This down here.
Yeah.
So over here. me. Okay. So over here we've got the unvaccinated people, and there's some green things on there, right?
Wait, you guys are all
The
unvaccinated, right?
scarlet letter people, the
Yes.
scarlet
Yeah.
color.
Yes, the scarlet color here, the least safe activities. Okay, going to an indoor movie theater.
You guys cannot go to an indoor movie theater.
It's pretty unsafe in general, like especially the American Fork Theater.
Sticky shoe.
Sticky
Goodbye.
shoe. You may
Moment
not-
of silence.
You may not come back.
Rest in
out.
peace.
Second red item is attend a full capacity worship service. So if you
go to church.
So if you go to a
That's
church,
a no.
yeah,
That's another
So if you go
no-no.
to a very unpopular church, you're fine. Like if not,
Right.
there's not many people.
A
there.
medium to low capacity.
Yeah, something that's just not popular. You know, if you go to
Are
a
church
popular
at
church,
full capacity?
No, cap is 200, I think, statewide or something like that.
And they're still all wearing masks, and
200 statewide.
Every
social
other
distancing.
pupil is bent.
every other pew.
So how
pew is
So how are they doing it? Are they just broadcasting it, or
Yeah, you can watch it at home.
Yeah, our ward is on, our church is on YouTube Live every week for half the ward, half the congregation, and the other half alphabetically goes. And
oh, okay.
So you haven't seen the Zuckerberg family for a while, the Z's.
no. Well, we're M through Z, so
Oh.
we see
So
we
you
see
haven't
our
seen
half.
you haven't seen the
every other week.
Andersons for a
The
while.
Andersons and the Baileys,
the Adams,
the Bensons,
Applingtons,
the Carpers,
the Aarons.
the Harrises,
Okay, you haven't seen them.
Dickersons.
Do you care not to see them, or do you care to see
I would
them?
like to see them.
What's your favorite half of the
I
alphabet
like
in
the
your ward?
Dickersons. The favorite
half
alphabet.
of the alphabet.
Yeah,
In your ward.
What's the better half of the alphabet?
is it the one that you're part of, or is it the
the
other
most
one?
spiritual half of the alphabet?
No, just your favorite. Judge not, lest you be judged.
more harshly.
Okay,
Crystal
you're
will be
obviously
laughing at
not-
me because I probably
I
wouldn't even.
won't answer.
you're not answering.
I'm
I
not
can
gonna
see you
answer.
avoiding the question.
The other half.
The other
The
half.
other half.
Crystal would what?
She'd be like laughing because she knows I wouldn't even know like
Which
one
half?
family in our ward.
All the names that I think only one of those last names were actually part of my.
We've moved so much since we've been married. It's like I just don't even bother anymore. I'm like, I'm gonna not even know these people in like a year. We'll be moved somewhere else.
Do you know
Such
your
a
bishop's
weird
name?
thing.
Bishop.
Good. Yeah, he's got it. So
I
Crystal,
mean, that's not
it's a
wrong.
start.
Yeah. See,
So
he
a
just
start.
got called, and he lives 2 houses down.
And you don't know him.
And I know that his name is Bishop.
Bishop,
And he
think
came,
that's-
brother, Bishop guy.
and he came to my daughter's baptism.
Brother Bishopton. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, Phil. I'm going to tell you about your ward. Okay.
Okay,
There's
tell
a
me.
Powell family, guaranteed.
Okay.
There's a Smith family.
Hanson.
Okay.
Okay. There's a Hans-N and a Hans-Un.
Hanson.
Both, and
Hanson.
they have a little thing with each other about making sure it's an O-N.
Which one's better than the other one?
There is Young.
a young
There's
family.
a Young family. Yep.
like
Yeah.
last name Young, or
Yeah,
like
last name
Young.
Oh, there's also a Young family.
There's
there.
also
I
a Young
guarantee that.
family.
Yeah. Yeah. And all the kids are super cute.
And there's the Jung family that just moved in.
Yeah.
They're not the Young family. They're the
Jung?
Korean family that students at BYU. Okay, so keep going.
Yep. Let me see some other things. You know, that's it. Actually, that's all I know.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
all I
all
know.
true, though.
I think you're right.
Okay, good.
I just checked. Yeah, you're right.
It all sounds familiar. Of the 11 wards I've lived in.
Go find your ward directory.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys
look it
remember
up.
having those?
Yeah, it's on an app.
It's all online.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You just look at the app and it tells you like
Man.
people who go in and do their profile. You can like see their faces and stuff. And my profile's like blank with like
Oh,
a blank
wow.
phone number, blank
Wow.
everything.
It's like social media for church.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's
kind of.
crazy. You know what I came across the other day was a caveman phone directory that had all the students' phone numbers in it. Do you guys ever remember getting this? I think it was in junior high.
I think so. I remembered having something like that. But
So if we want to call all of our schoolmates' parents, we
Right.
can still do that.
On their landlines.
We
On
should
their
do that.
landlines.
Yeah, 3 of them were cell phones.
Yeah. Brick cell phones. Just kidding.
Car phones. Or pagers.
You know, even my grandmother, who's 80, has recently switched to cell phone only.
I think it's
She
kinda
just lost her
tough
landline.
It's tough not to.
That's a hard cord to cut.
Yeah, well, really for her it was the phone number. I'm like, Grandma, you can keep your phone number, guarantee it. We'll just switch the phone number over. She's like, okay.
What if Agnes from Maryland calls me? She called me 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Your grandma sounds nothing like that, but
it's like from Alabama.
But she might know an Agnes.
yeah, from Maryland that might called her 6 years ago. I
Yep.
don't want to change my phone number.
So she kept the phone number
yeah,
and got a cell phone.
and bought like an iPhone X 10,000 that was like $1,200.
She has one app in the middle, and it's just the phone
And
app,
she
right?
plays that like gem game all day long.
Oh, snap.
And has a Ring doorbell she can check anytime. And she's like up on the times.
Technologically advanced.
What's her Clash of Clans handle?
Yeah, she just needs Clash of Clans.
Words with friends.
Oh,
Right. Yeah. I prefer Word Feud.
that's so funny.
Fewer ads.
All right, my next nationwide story, which I'm very sorry, Jake. I'm going to apologize in advance, okay?
Why? Because it's not State Farm.
Wait, before you go nationwide,
Okay.
I have to interject a story.
You know I already went nationwide, right?
I know.
This
Too
is
late.
just-
Did this is the second one?
Because
You got a
in
Utah?
Orem,
Uh-oh.
thousands of chickens found in Orem cockfighting ring.
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Thousands of chickens, including hundreds of baby chickens, were found when police uncovered a large cockfighting ring in Orem on Tuesday.
Ouch.
Blah, 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 blah. Jose Meza Basan, 32, in the basement of home along... Officers found Jose, 32, in the basement of the home along with the baby chickens.
Feeding the chickens. Out of his
So
hand.
Jose got busted with a cockfighting ring.
A search also found sharpened metal spurs that are tied to the legs of the chicken to inflict more severe damage during cockfights. Have you guys ever seen a cockfight?
It's intense.
No, we
I saw
never
it
lived
on
in Philippines.
Yeah.
YouTube. That's it.
We saw him doing it all the time in the Philippines, and one day I was like, I'm gonna stop and watch. I want to see what happens. And like we stopped, they're all like, everyone's
nightmares
yelling,
to this
getting
day.
excited, and the chickens like they let him go, and they just went like and like hit each other one time, and then the one just like fell in half and like light over, and they were like, yeah.
Don't
I
they-
was like, oh my gosh.
Don't they like put razor blades on their feet and stuff so they
Yeah,
can?
it's like a 6-inch long spur, like a velociraptor. They tie it to their foot, and a guy sits there for like 2 days with like a leather strap, making it so razor sharp that it literally cut this chicken like in half, like just like
Gosh.
that. Like,
I've never seen one.
What's the game where you slice fruit on your phone? That's how
Fruit
I
Ninja?
imagine.
Fruit
Yeah.
Ninja?
Fruit Ninja. This is like Chicken Ninja.
yeah, or like you ever watch like Forged in Fire, where they create all these knife experts on History Channel like make a really sharp knife.
No, we just
And
know
the guy like tests
no.
it and cuts like a pig or something with it.
No, we just know Chicken Ninja.
Yeah,
That's it.
Chicken Ninja. But anyway, apparently that's still going on right here in Utah.
How do they?
Wow.
How do they get the roosters? Because that's what they use, right? The aggressive roosters or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy's got them. I mean, usually when you go to IFA or Cow Ranch or whatever to buy chickens, they're 99% of them are hens because they
Produce
discard
eggs.
of
Yeah.
when they sex them, they discard the males.
Yeah.
Do they like?
Do they
These
really?
are hen. This is a hen. This is a hen. This is for cockfighting. This is a hen. This is a hen. Is
Yeah.
like where do they get this from?
This is what it sounds like. I worked at IFA, so I'm going to tell you. It goes hen, 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 Jose, hen, hen, Jose, Jose, hen, hen, Jose, and then they just bring him to Orem.
Yeah.
Hen, hen,
And,
Jose.
and keep him in that guy's basement.
Yep.
No, but they would, in the Philippines, they'd tie him up like out in the yard to stakes so that their ropes only let them be like
So close
inches
together.
away from each
Yeah.
other. So they're like leaping at each other all day trying to kill each other, but they could never like do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like all this built up rage. So when they do,
I
let
didn't
'em
realize chickens were so aggressive.
go- yeah, I guess those cocks are wild ones. But anyway.
Those cocks are wild ones.
Pretty gross. I mean, in the Philippines, I get it. Philippines is the Wild West.
Thanks for coming.
So that's
the
it
wild
for
bees.
American Ford Podcast. These cocks are wild ones.
What do we call baby chickens? Chicklets?
Chicks.
Chicken
Chicks?
nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
wings.
Is there anything they call baby chickens? Chicklets.
Chicks.
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 Just
Chicks.
chicks.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
That's
baby
how
chick.
Chicklets are the little bubble gum.
Those are the bubble.
Chiclet, chiclet.
Little, yeah.
Jose also sells those. Anyways, moving
Sorry
right
to
along.
derail you.
No,
I just
you're
had
fine.
to throw that in.
You're
'cause
fine.
I thought that was bizarre.
That's some good news story
in
here.
Orem.
In this day and
Orem.
age in Orem, Utah,
Yeah.
cockfighting.
So we got prostitution and cockfighting,
yeah.
Moving on up.
massage parlors,
We're
and
making
Jose's
a name.
basement.
Okay, you just give me permission to proceed, and I will proceed.
All right. I grant you clemency.
Is that the little oranges? All right. So Elon Musk.
I thought they were called halos.
All right. Elon Musk announced that Tesla is no longer going to be accepting Bitcoin to buy your Model S, Model X, Model Y, whatever car you want to get from them.
So
they are not
it
taking
is
Bitcoin.
no longer.
They were doing it?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
you used
well,
to be able to buy with Bitcoin.
Let me read this. He said Elon Musk announced the company would no longer be accepting the cryptocurrency as payment.
Oh, so yeah.
maybe they were. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'm pretty sure you used to be able to buy.
I know I
Tesla
bought
with
my
Bitcoin.
Tesla with straight cash.
Yeah,
So
because
wasn't
Yeah,
sure about the Bitcoin
extra
thing.
60,000, 80,000, 90,000.
he just chooses
Yeah.
to drive the minivan.
Yeah, I just choose to drive the shitty Toyota minivan.
Well, he recently moved and he had to get rid of that mattress. So
Me?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Thought we were joking about Elon, but apparently
I thought
let's
that
tease
was-
about me.
Well,
So-
I mean, because it was full of cash.
Yeah.
Get it?
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
The funny thing about this though is that Bitcoin dropped quite a bit. Luckily, Jake's okay. He reassured us that his $50 that he put in is still around.
1,500.
Anyways, and
Well, it's
But
like
it dropped-
1350 now.
but like here's the crazy thing to me: any investment that drops like 12, 14%, whatever it dropped the other day, is crazy. Like that's crazy. And so I don't know what you guys think about this. I've never purchased something that's an investment or purchased anything that just drops 15% in one random day. You know what I mean?
Well,
and then goes up 20%.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Insane.
Well, and I've always, and I think the reason for that is people are still unsure if this is even a thing. Like, it's valuable now. Is it gonna be valuable tomorrow?
People-
Is it gonna completely crash?
Is it people or you
Well,
aren't
me.
sure?
Well, I think people in general, because if they were sure, it would keep a constant value. Like you were saying, gold has a value. You know, it doesn't dip and rise like crazy every day.
Yeah, there's some more consistency to it.
Yeah.
But
But this is like people are still like, yeah, I think it might be valuable tomorrow.
yeah.
I just think it's crazy that you were able to pay with crypto. I mean,
Yeah.
to buy a Tesla. I mean, I think in general, but does that just mean everything else is going to start opening up so you can pay with cryptocurrency?
I think that there's a few big companies. I want to say McDonald's was one of them. I'm not joking. And another one that said they were going to start accepting some sort of digital currency. I can only imagine it's Bitcoin because what other ones are worth accepting?
Dallas Mavericks Stadium, you can buy concessions
Oh,
with Dogecoin.
yeah, and their hot dogs are probably priced at about one Bitcoin.
Is
right?
that what it's called? Dogecoin? I thought it
Doge.
was Doggy Coin. Because doesn't
If you're 6 years old,
doesn't it have like a dog
learning
for
how to
a,
read.
Doge?
for
It
a,
does have a Shino Ibu as the mascot.
Yeah.
Bless you.
So I thought it was Doggy
Or Doggy coin?
Or
Dog
it's just a Shibu. I
Dog
think.
E Coin.
Doge.
Not Doge.
Doge?
Doge.
Doge. That's so funny that it's that stupid name
I think-
instead.
But then again, the girl from Harry Potter was named Hermione. What?
Hermione.
Hermione.
Yep. That's what
That's what you thought it
that's what
was.
I
Hermione?
saw. Hermione.
Hermione?
Yeah,
Hermione.
That's what I said in my head when I read it.
When Hermione purchased
Hermione?
the
And then
doggy,
they were like Hermione. I was like,
Hermione?
that is the most annoying name ever. Hermione.
my favorite part of Harry Potter is when Hermione purchased the doggy coin.
Dogecoin. Sounds like douche coin.
It is.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
It's a douche
That's
coin.
so funny.
We should just start a douche coin and people will mistake it enough that
Yeah.
they'll buy it.
Did you buy any?
Can I plug something?
You haven't bought any, right?
I haven't.
You have, right, Jake? Of Doge?
I bought some Doge, yeah. I put in $75 and now it's at like 180
You're a major doge bag.
after like three weeks.
You are a Doge.
You would.
He's such a doge.
You're such a doge bag. I don't know why that's funny. That I had to say it again
To make sure that it's still
to
funny.
make sure that everyone heard it. Doge bag. Go on, Jake. What were you gonna?
Yeah,
you're
so
gonna
since
plug
we're,
something.
since we're talking about money, Ohio has officially announced that they're going to do a COVID vaccine lottery. So they're going to choose a random name of someone who's been vaccinated and give them $1 million.
Wow.
I'm gonna get down there and get myself a reading bag.
Sounds like
And-
government registration.
And Spencer Cox, the governor of Utah, said that he likes the idea.
Of collecting information on all your citizens so you have an accounting.
No, giving people $1 million. That's what he likes about it.
Yeah, sounds like a lottery.
I need to get with.
That's exactly what Jake just said.
Yeah.
That's what people are calling it, the vaccine lottery.
Yeah.
I need to get with Trent's friend that knows how to do Photoshop and get myself an entry ticket.
I'm a vaccine passport.
My vaccine passport. Submit one.
So I can go on a cruise.
A cruise. That is kind of an interesting concept. I don't know if I like it.
Well, it means
It's just the whole incentivizing people to get vaccinated. That's the whole thing behind
yeah,
it.
but you've got to keep a database of all those people. Mm-hmm. So what happens if like vaccine Hitler gets elected and is like, let's start killing everyone who's not vaccinaed?
What's that person's name again?
Vaccine.
I just
Hitler.
want you to name somebody.
Well, then I know the three of us. I'm sorry, the one of us at this table will survive that.
Yeah, you will survive the vaccine.
No, but
Hitler.
Hitler.
no, but my photoshopped
That's right.
passport is flawless.
Oh yeah.
You walk
Your
around.
database is screwed up because I got my passport right here.
You walk around like a Wayne's World with a VIP.
Oh yeah. Or
I'm vaccinated. I'm vaccinated.
or the Fifth Element, multipass.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Multipass. So
Perfect.
funny.
That's what it is.
Okay, I've got the weirdest world news story.
'Kay.
But this is all I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to talk about the Middle East bombing each other and all the crazy stuff that's always happening. I saw this story. I'm like, yep, this is what I'm reporting. So I don't know how it's going to go over. All right. So I'm just going to read this.
Thanks
okay?
for listening, everybody.
Yeah, hopefully you don't tune out at this point. So, all right. This is the headline. The largest number of elephants die at once in ASAM in 20 years. And ASSAM. How do you pronounce that?
Assam.
Assam, yeah, in 20 years. So a herd of 18 elephants have been found dead in the northeast India state of Assam. Officials say the elephants were killed when lightning struck a protected forest reserve.
That's terrible.
18 elephants
Wow.
died from lightning strike.
It's a big bolt of lightning.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Do you think they remembered what hit them?
Their ancestors will all remember. Anyways,
Wait, how does that happen?
that's exactly okay. So I read this and I'm like, this is a weird story, but I'm kind of shocked. What the hell is
Lightning
going on
struck
here?
a tree in a marsh. They were all standing in the marsh.
They were all in the
end.
tree.
Yeah. They were. All these elephants were in a tree. We got to pass.
One of the elephants left a toaster plugged into the tree.
And it fell into the marsh.
I'm glad you brought elephants up though, because every anniversary we have to do like some theme thing. Because apparently on the internet there's like it tells you what theme you're supposed to do every year.
Oh, marriage anniversary.
yeah, and this is 14, and it's supposed to be ivory apparently. So
Let's go poaching.
So what on earth am I supposed to do?
Well, you can fly over to this
right.
place. There's about
There's some bunch of tusks laying in Assam.
Yeah, maybe
18 times 2.
maybe we'll
tusks.
go to Assam.
Anyway,
And
it's-
steal some ivory from these
Yeah.
dead elephants.
I'm like, wife, you know that ivory's like illegal, right?
Right. That's probably not a good thing to incentivize people to buy illegal products for their
There's
anniversary.
like nothing to do
gifts.
for ivory unless we go to the zoo and take a picture.
Just take a key off your piano.
So here's my
give it to her.
here's my favorite part of this story. Okay.
'Kay.
So it says a huge. This is the chief minister. I'm not going to pronounce that name right. I guarantee it.
Try it.
Okay, here we go. Himata
Hermione?
Biswa Sarma. See, it's terrible.
Mata Bisma Sarma.
Yeah, exactly.
that's-
This is what he said.
just met him last
A
week.
huge number of elephants died. and an investigation has been ordered. What are you going to investigate?
Right. We've got the crime scene investigation
Which-
going on.
Well, they
Which one
still
of you-
all had their tusks.
Which
or
one
were
of
they
you
removed?
lightning bolts did this?
Right.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense
That's
what they're going to
$1 million
investigate.
reward for he who finds the lightning bolt that killed them.
Yeah, exactly. Wanted lightning bolt.
Are there any details on how it actually happened?
There wasn't actually. It just said that they were basically there's a big storm and they went into trees on this reserve and that treed forest area got struck by lightning probably multiple times and killed these elephants. I think it's insane. It's so crazy.
That's a crazy story.
Maybe it was aliens.
It probably was. Yep.
Yep.
'Kay.
Ewok Musk.
Now we're gonna get into the topics of tonight, and I don't know if you guys really want to talk. You know, this is our 20th episode, which
yeah.
is kind of cool.
It's a big deal.
It's a 2 instead of a 1, which is really cool.
20
With a zero
episodes.
at the
Did
end of
you
it.
think we would actually even do 5?
Nope.
No.
Well, I thought we'd do
didn't.
5 and then promptly stop.
I thought for sure that everyone would give up.
7 is the magical number. Most podcasts don't last past 7. So we are in the minority of podcasts.
You're thinking about marriages don't last past 7 years.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was.
Yep. Anyway, but you know, I actually come across a lot of podcasts and I'm like, oh, this is great. Oh, there's only 6 of them. What the heck?
Yeah.
So now someone can come across our podcast and go, what? There's only 20 of them? What the heck?
Yeah, you're welcome, listeners, for creating enough content in 4 months for you to take 12 years to listen to.
And we love both of you listeners.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Both of you that are wives of 2 of us.
I'm laughing because it's not true.
It's not
true.
right. It's not
not untrue.
unreal, fake. It's crazy. But obviously, this podcast started many, 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 many years ago when we all met. I mean, it's all been leading up to this point.
The content all started then, yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
right.
So, Jake, when did you actually meet Phil?
I met Phil when he moved into my duplex, and we moved out. AJ lived next door.
What? You?
In American Fork,
Yeah, we knew each other actually way earlier than.
across from Art Dye Park. There's a duplex.
Yeah.
Where's Art?
I lived in the one on the left,
So
and
you know
we
where,
moved to California, and Phil's family moved in.
you know where Devin's old house was?
the corner house.
700
The White House
address over there
in
in American, Fork.
Was
know,
it the corner
The
house?
Beehive
You know where
Park,
Trent's
Art Dye
parents
Park.
live?
Yeah.
So 700 North is the main road that
Oh,
goes by
okay.
there.
Okay.
So
okay.
we lived in those
Baseball fields
crappy
the street.
duplexes with the big pine trees
yeah,
right
yeah,
across
yeah.
from the baseball field.
behind Devin's house. Baseball
That's when
fields.
you guys met.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That
I
was,
probably met you around the same time
Baseball.
playing baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, so that was in.
Probably
that would have been in
8 to 10 years old.
before preschool for me. No,
Wow.
after kindergarten. After kindergarten, we moved to California, so it would have been 94.
Wow.
Nope, that was 4th grade.
You know what? I don't care that much. So you guys basically lived in a duplex.
1990.
I lived in a duplex. Yeah.
You guys lived in the same side of the same duplex. Jake moved out and your family moved in.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I actually didn't know that. That's kind of funny.
yeah.
Did his room still stink like him, Phil?
Yeah, I'm sure he knows that really well.
Okay.
That's crazy that
wondering.
you guys all live there because it was just a 2-bedroom.
2 bedrooms, 4 boys in
with
1
an
bedroom.
unfinished basement. Mm-hmm. And we finished the basement while we were there.
Oh wow.
Put 2 more bedrooms downstairs.
Wow.
So
4 boys in
4
one
boys
room.
in 1 bedroom. Yeah, we did that for when we moved to Clovis, California, too,
Wow.
for a few years. 2 bed.
Well, speaking of 20th stuff, what's your favorite 20-something?
$20,000 is how much the government's given me in the last year for nothing.
Why don't you just say 20 million,
20 million.
20 trillion? I don't know.
Because I'm going to say the 20-piece chicken McNuggets. This is where I'm coming from.
At Chick-fil-A.
That's a McDonald's.
Chick-fil-A. Oh, McDonald's. Come
What
on,
sauce
bro.
do you prefer?
Tyler doesn't like Chick-fil-A.
I don't like sauce.
You just eat the nuggets.
just eat
with
it
nothing.
straight, yeah.
My kids like
That's
honey.
me.
with it.
I do not like the sauce
Honey?
either.
Just honey.
Just straight honey.
Yeah.
Really?
Do your kids have teeth still?
They got it from my wife. She likes that as well.
Crystal, I love
Fried chicken with honey.
That's funny. It's not bad. It's actually very tasty.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. You have fried chicken with syrup, like
Chicken and waffles.
Chip chicken
Yeah,
waffles.
that's
Honey mustard.
I mean, that's all barbecue sauce
Barbecue
is.
sauce
It's
with
pure
honey?
sugar with like a tomato droplet in it.
That's true.
So what's your favorite
Honey
20,
is good for you.
Jeff?
My favorite 20, my body when I was 20 years old. Just kidding.
that
It
works.
wasn't that great.
That was awesome.
No, geez, I don't know. My favorite 20. I like when I was 20. When it's funny, when I was 20, I wasn't hanging out with you guys at all. And we've never really talked about this on the podcast.
That's
But
true.
I was having a little tantrum, I think, for about 2 years.
You were finding yourself.
I did find myself, and everywhere I went, there I was.
Yeah, we
You
talked
were-
about it a
you
little
were
before
looking for yourself.
when I ruined your life.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
That's okay. I forgive you. Basically, I decided that
Finally forgive you.
Yeah.
all my friends were toxic. and I
20
just-
years later.
Yep. He did.
I really did. And I was like, see you later, guys. I'm moving to the big city,
I feel
Salt Lake.
I feel like a lot of us went through that phase. Like Trent went through that.
Yeah.
There's the infamous text that pretty soon I'm moving to West Valley, and then it's bye-bye high school friends.
Trent,
Yeah.
Trent did that.
Yeah.
He did move to West Valley.
What triggered that for Trent?
He just was like, wanted to get out of
He wanted to
small
grow up.
Utah Valley,
Grow
Oh.
up.
hit the big time in Salt Lake.
Hit the big time in Salt
Yeah.
Lake.
That's funny. I'll tell you what, though. I lived with Trent when I was in my early 20s. And I think a few of us did. Beagle did for a little bit in this big old house that he had. And the funny thing was that I was like drinking and being a crazy boy, right? And Trent wasn't. He moved to West Valley, and I'd be like, "Hey, Trent, let's have a few beers before you go out to that party." I don't really like
I
drinking.
got to go to church.
No, I don't like drinking.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, really? Trent didn't like to drink?
No,
back then?
he was not drinking like at all. And I would bug him. I'd be like, "Yeah, let's have a few shots or whatever, before we separate, go different ways." And nope, no, I'm not going to do that. No, it's okay. Hey, maybe next time. And I could never nail him down to drink with me. And now look at him. He's a borderline alcoholic.
And now, look at him now.
You're
And now
wel-
he's drinking
You're
with,
welcome,
without us,
Trent.
but he's drinking.
Anyways, it's pretty funny. But
Jake,
yeah, that's a funny thing.
What's your
20s.
favorite 20-something?
The 2020 Corvette.
Ooh, those things look like jets.
Oh my gosh, they're so amazing.
I have not seen it. Pull
It's
it up.
a super exotic looking car.
2020 Corvette?
Oh, great. Phil's starting to Google.
You've got it on your desktop?
I
You haven't typed at Google in
I
a long
go-
time.
I googled it just to make sure that the one I like is the 2020.
Oh, is this the mid-engine or whatever?
That thing. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
It's like
delicious.
a Ferrari kind of. I don't like it. It's too Ferrari-ish.
it's too. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
too Ferrari-ish.
I like the Corvette to be the Corvette.
Is the
and
Ferrari too anything?
it's too.
yeah.
Wait, what? Why? Wait, I don't get it.
You don't get what's cool about it?
No, I don't get why you don't like it.
Oh, I'm just saying it's too Ferrari-ish.
Like, it's not its own thing now.
Yeah.
It's,
Not that
it's,
being
Now
a
it doesn't
Ferrari
look
is
like a
bad.
Corvette.
It's
It doesn't
just
have the,
not
like,
a Corvette.
Where's the
I see
back
what you're
of it?
saying.
Doesn't
Yeah,
have,
the
like
back
it doesn't
looks-
look like a Corvette from the back.
the back looks like a jet engine, like a jet.
It looks like something that Jay Leno would drive.
Yeah, fix it, Chevy. Make it better.
It looks actually very Camaro-esque in the back.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's true.
See, like that totally looks like a European car.
All right, favorite year for a Corvette? Go, Phil.
1967.
Yep, 67.
With
That's
the
the one.
wings?
The one that looks like the Batmobile,
Okay,
which the Batmobile was made from. I think.
yeah. There's one
Big ol'
year that they brought that back. It was like an anniversary in the mid 80s, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
that one's my favorite. I think it's an 83
No, that's not the one.
to
I like.
7.
That's
They
like a
brought back
Bond
the
one.
big fins.
A lot of cars tanked in style in the 80s, but Corvette never, ever looked bad.
Except the 90s. I did not like
Really?
the 90s Corvettes.
Oh, it was
Okay.
69.
It looks like a ramp that I made like Napoleon Dynamite style.
69.
like a foot of
Stingray.
air.
That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Oh,
hot.
69.
That's
Well,
like a James Bond.
my brother
car.
had one of those.
Yeah,
Maroon.
love it.
Yep. I
So,
love visuals on podcasts.
I know, right?
They're so sexy.
so Crystal reminds me when I turned 20, I was on my mission, and I don't
Uh-huh.
know if you guys remember this, but I sent like a massive, epic email to all of you guys, like recapping how awesome my teenage life was, and it was like, goodbye, teenager Phil. Now I'm an adult because I'm 20.
Do you have a copy of this?
I was just trying to find it. I'll bet she has it. But
Oh, I guarantee
it'd
she
be
has it.
hilarious if we.
So
could.
that's your favorite 20 thing? Is that email you sent when you were 20?
Well, someone was saying when they were 20, and I was just thinking when I turned 20,
Yeah.
that was what I did.
Jeff looked like a Greek
I was
god
like,
when he
I
was 20.
threw so much toilet paper rolls and frolicked around in the night.
Okay,
Had the
I think I
best
remember
teenage life.
reading this.
Push
I
people
think,
off
yeah.
of bridges.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that I want to read that just personally. I don't even care if anyone on the podcast sees it. I
Our,
want to just
our
personally read
teenage
that.
life was amazing.
It was insane.
That's true.
Right?
We are crazy.
We
It was all right.
It was all right.
we invented the proper way of toilet papering someone's house.
Oh, man.
So
we probably set the world record.
I want to bring something up since we're talking about 20s now. So
Yeah.
in this weird time frame when like I was not really hanging out with anybody, Jake was on his mission in South Korea. Okay. And before me, I behold back and forth tapes from South Korea to the United States of America, from Jake to me when we were like 20,
No way,
21.
really?
Yeah.
And these
Not-
are like
This is how we communicated together on my mission.
micro cassette.
Micro cassette tapes.
It says Jeff's love message. I want to swim in your eyeballs.
Okay, don't ruin it. Hold
like-
on. I want to tell you something. Okay.
From Chung.
We're killing Phil here. Okay.
Chungju.
I'm
That was
really
one of
glad
the
you picked
cities
up
I
that
served
exact tape, Phil.
in. Phil, it's literally dying right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Okay, but you have to listen to this.
All right, go ahead.
So I just digitized all of these.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Okay, so I just set up a little recording thing in my house and I played them and listened to them. It was a pain in the ass finding a micro USB or a micro cassette tape player that actually worked well because they don't even make them anymore. I went online to try and buy one. They're like $200. And they're pieces of crap.
You couldn't go down to Radio Shack and just grab one?
Yeah, they're right by the Blockbuster.
There might,
right?
be, there might be two that exist in the world still.
So the funny thing is I've been going to the swap meet and I've been asking guys, hey, how much do you want for this? And they know. They're like $50, $60. And it's like, oh my gosh. Finally, this one guy goes $5. I'm like, it's mine.
Done.
I bought it. I wasn't even sure if it worked well, and it worked great. And it was a super nice one. So long story short, I'm listening to a lot of these tapes. Okay. And it turns out, and this is the announcement I'd like to make tonight, if at any point in my life that I was going to be gay, any point, and if I was going to be gay with anybody, it was going to be in my early 20s with Jacob.
Long distance.
Long distance gay
Well, he's
relationship.
serving a mission.
I am telling you.
Always on a mission.
In Chungju.
Here's
Korea.
the thing, and it's funny because Jake doesn't know this, but I called Phil and I'm like, I'm digitizing these, and I'm like, I swear, Jake is like creepy, like he's all like, is that like sex vibes I'm getting here or what? And then I listened to a tape that I sent to Jake, and I'm like, wait a second,
Oh, that's where it started.
that's what's happening. I'm saying things like, oh, it's okay. When you get home, it's okay. You broke up with your girlfriend. I'll be your girlfriend. Now,
Wait, I need to read this.
Okay, Phil,
so
go-
this is the label on one of the tapes. So there's a box for meeting, memo, and others, and then there's a new box that says poop, and that's X'd. And it says Jeff's love, and love has a box drawn around it. Message. Jeff's love message.
and I'm going to note out this is in Jake's handwriting, right?
Is that Jake? Is that you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I don't write
So
that
this
small.
is Jake writing to Jeff. It says, Jeff's love message. I want to swim in your eyeballs like the blue ocean. Your mohawk is like a forest of fiber optic cable cords. And your belly and your belly like strawberry jello in the fridge. I miss you like the beginning clay pigeon shooter. Like a beginning clay pigeon shooter. Hence, same trying.
I'm just saying, if I
continue.
wasn't gay before,
Was I?
That is beautiful.
Maybe I was.
Dude, I'm telling you. I don't know if we want this stuff released, Jake, go listen to it. But if this is like a Patreon thing or
Now,
what,
are
but I'm
these-
telling you.
all conversations.
It's in what we would call a note to self machine. We record it by
No,
ourselves.
yeah, I get that. But
Yeah.
there's like
Some
there's
of them are
li-
notes like from my mission, like certain words that I learn or meeting, like something that I picked
Because
up
there's
from a meeting.
I would say
or-
like 15 of these little cassettes, right?
Yeah.
And
Each with an hour of pure
3 of
gay
them-
nonsense.
Here's the funny thing.
wow, you guys are really good friends.
3 of them are from me, and the rest are all Jake's.
Oh,
But some of them were sent to me from Jake, and some were just his own like audio journal, basically. I want to make sure it's clear, Jake, because I see you over there. This door, it's shut. Our time came and went. It's passed, but I just want to recognize that it happened.
the book is closed, not just the chapter is over, but the book is closed.
And I actually donated it in one of those metal boxes that you put donated books. I don't know where it went. Someone else has got it. If you want to go find
You'll
it.
find it at the DI in like 7 years.
But I want to acknowledge that it did exist, and it was there. I read it.
And Phil just read it out loud to everybody.
Oh, that is the tip of the iceberg. Can I tell you that you showered with the recorder on and talked to me while you were showering?
Really?
Yeah. If that's not gay, I don't know what is.
No, nothing else is.
You were
I can confirm that,
You were describing the temperature of the water.
Tyler, how gay was that?
super gay.
Pretty gay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's an 11.
It's something I haven't even done. So you guys are by far the gayest ones here.
I'm not joking. We're gonna have to slice out some audio from this and put it on our Patreon or something
Oh,
because
that would be great.
It's not great audio. It's cassette tapes. They're old. I think we listen to them a lot of times, but it's really anyway. It's not the greatest
That
audio,
adds to the authenticity of
but
it.
it's 100% authentic. I'll tell
So
you that.
here's the thing.
It was really me.
When you're on a mission, it's weird. Like especially when you come home, it's so weird connecting and like getting back into normal life.
Right.
Like I look back at who I was on a mission and I was like, I couldn't even talk to that guy because it's just like
Right.
in a different zone, in a different mindset. I don't know.
What
do
was
you
the weirdest
think?
thing for you when you came home?
It's just like everything about life is like a totally different focus.
Well, you guys went to very different places. Phil, you basically went to like a third world country. Like,
yeah,
terrible.
It is a third world country.
And Jake's going there, and their cell phones are more advanced than the American cell phones.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it is culturally or whatever, but I think it was very different places. So it'd be interesting to hear like your guys' integrating back to America, we'll say. How differently that went.
So there's that aspect where you're like in a different culture that's so different that you might as well be on a different planet. But then it's also this culture where you're doing church things all day long. Like you're teaching people about what you believe. You're not listening to popular music.
Just the sheer fact that you had it, like you had such huge structure on a mission of like, 100% everything was done. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Every day.
everything was planned out, and then you come back and you're like, what do I do now? So
Oh yeah, it's a huge slap in the face because you go from, just like you said, it's like everything all day is planned out. You're not worrying about even what you eat really, because it's like for us, we had somebody cook for us, and it just like then you come home and everyone's like, "Cool, you're home. Now what are you gonna do?" And it's just like, whoa, like
Yeah.
what
You
happened?
need like a debrief like the military has.
Yeah, you really needed something like that, but there wasn't. It just like you just jumped back on the wagon and got going.
That's so weird.
So I'm just pointing that out because Jake probably was weird, and I get it. I haven't listened to the tape, but I can imagine myself sending tapes home and just being like, "That was weird." Like,
but I'm telling you, I was weird too. I thought it was all Jake's court, and apparently it was mutual.
We were playing the same game.
It was mutual
we
weirdness.
were on the same court.
Thank God we were planet apart because we would not have our wives and children at this point, I think.
that would have been the breaking moment.
Why did you just scoot away from me a little bit?
I was going to turn at you. I had to move over to turn and look at you and say, I still love you, Jeff.
Oh, that's
In a different way.
I'm still rooting
So-
for you guys. I'll ship you. We'll call it the Jake.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, what would our celebrity name
Yeah,
be?
what would your ship name would be?
so. Crystal will often be like,
Jack.
I'll be like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with the guys tonight." This is before we podcast all the time, and she'd be like, I'll get home and she would be like, "How are your gay boyfriends?"
Yeah.
like they were good.
She's like, the text you guys send back and forth is just like,
yeah. It is funny with us talking for as long as we have. It's like just whatever's on your mind, you just communicate, and it doesn't matter. And we openly tell each other, "Love you, man." Like, it's not even weird. So
yeah,
it was back then, though. Apparently,
looking back, it was a little weird.
A little weird.
But maybe it's weird now, and later we're gonna be like, "You remember?"
Yeah, maybe now we're weird.
Yeah, maybe now we're weird.
You remember when?
Anyways,
when you were in the Beatles.
It was a simpler time back then, in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now we got all this other stuff.
The big news was like
nothing.
What new Creed song had come out? Or...
Oh yeah, I love Creed. Have you listened to
Britney
Creed?
Spears did what?
Have you listened to Creed since high school? Anyone?
No,
a couple times.
I am telling you,
just randomly when it pops up on like my iPod or something.
They're actually great. I know this is like so bad to say and unpopular, but they're actually great. That one CD, I don't think they kind of fell off the rails after that.
Why were they so ridiculed?
He was crazy.
Well,
it was crazy.
Well, and it was Christian rock.
It was Christian rock, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think
we can't stand for that.
He left Creed and became Scott Stapp, his own self-named band.
Oh, did he?
But they continued on with another singer. I can't remember his name.
But that's Scott Stapp. His voice is what makes that band. Well, obviously
that voice was popular then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Bush, and there were a lot of
Smashing Pumpkins.
A lot of singers that had that same voice.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. So why do we hate on Nickelback though?
Yeah, Nickelback is like the hatedest
like
band.
the most hated band.
It really is. And everyone liked them when they were big.
Everyone's
now.
like, oh, I love this new song. And now everyone's like, oh, yeah, we hated Nickelback. It's like, no, you didn't.
It's just like anything. It's kind of fun to make fun of something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did...
I can't even think of a Nickelback song, though.
Look at this photograph.
Oh, is that Nickelback?
Every time it makes me laugh.
Look at this photo. I can't even do it. Look at this photo.
Nope.
Nope.
You have to yell in order to sing it properly.
Yeah,
You
probably.
probably wake up your children.
Yeah.
In your huge
and then
house.
my wife would murder me if I ever wake anyone up.
Okay, I'm going to play this for you guys. And okay, just be a little silent if I have to edit out. I want to show you, though.
Copyright. Oh, yeah.
Look at this graph.
Yeah, they just edit out the photo part. Look at this graph.
He's holding up a framed graph.
Yeah, I'm going to play it
Became
again.
a huge meme or whatever.
I'm going to play it again right now.
Hold it to the mic a little
this
closer.
side.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Look at this
It just
graph.
goes on repeat.
That's it, yep.
I love it.
So that was Nickelback.
Oh,
Look at this
Nickelback.
graph. All right, I don't know how much crazier you guys want to get, but I have a feeling that if I go home any later, I'm going to have to sign some paperwork.
That's good.
I have a cool thing that I want to share.
Divorce lawyer.
All right.
Oh.
I wanted to share it last week, but I wasn't here.
I'll share it.
It's a cool app that I found. It's called What 3 Words. So a guy took the entire surface of the world and broke it up into 10-foot squares. So everywhere you are, you're in this one of these 10-foot square sections. And each square has 3 random English words associated with it. So anywhere in the world, you can, if you have this app, you can say, I'm at this location. And anyone else can see exactly where you're at.
By typing those 3 words in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we are. Should I say it? Because
Yeah.
people could find exactly where your house is.
Oh, I didn't even think
don't
about that.
say it.
If I said what these were, I'll find one that's random.
Wait, let me see it though.
Yeah, find a spot that's
Just zoom in on any spot there on the map and tell us the 3 words that are on that map. And then whoever calls in,
because I don't really care about our
leaves
listeners
us a
as
voicemail
much
or a
as
text and tells me where a landmark in that area, then
So then,
you get a shout
I
out.
just basically
just zoom in somewhere on the map.
okay.
And you'll see that it's a grid style. It's broken up into 10-foot squares.
So lace, worm, avoid.
Lace, worm, avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the 3 words associated with that square only on the globe. Everywhere in the globe has that. So
Why did you zoom in on my house?
So that app,
We should zoom in on Trent's house.
I thought of that app I came upon that app after we discussed the story a couple weeks ago about the guy in California who was hiking. And he shared a picture of his feet, and then the satellite surfer guy found him, and it was this big thing. And but if he had this app, he could have texted to his friend, "I'm at, car elephant search." In the app, and they would have found exactly where he was at.
It is a lot
pretty cool.
easier than GPS because GPS has this long, complicated thing.
The coordinates.
So it's easy.
Where you're at.
If you can copy and paste it, it's okay. But this, you could just tell someone over the phone, I'm at blah, blah, blah.
Monkey nuts brass.
So I see the utility in that.
That's pretty cool.
What app is it called?
What 3 words? The 3 is just number 3, all one word. What? Number 3 words.
I'm pulling up my house. Is my house split up into different sections?
Well,
you think?
It uses Google Maps so you could see your house. Yeah. So even throughout your house, you'll have. In Phil's house, he's probably got 700 of those squares because it's so massive.
His house is so big.
Yeah.
Because I want to go home tonight when I'm taking a poo and say Apple Johnson Phil or whatever
is where I'm at.
Yeah. That's
so we
where
could
I'm
text each other. I'm at this place.
It'll be good for the missiles, too, when they want to find you.
When the Russians hack
They only need a 10-foot square.
When Darkseid hacks our conversations, they know exactly where we're all at.
They just type in that computer on the missile, squirrel 23, and it finds you.
Regis Philbin dyslexia.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be good at naming these. I think of people's names too much.
That's a lot of freaking squares. I'm just going to Google this real quick.
What 3 words? All one word, number 3.
How many?
So what's the practical application of this? Is there any? Or is it just fun?
If you're lost.
That's not practical.
Okay.
Hey, download this random app. I don't know.
I think the idea is to have a lot of people familiar with the app and use it.
Yeah,
so there's 5.49 times 10 to the 15th square feet on the Earth. So what's that divided by 10?
You want me to do 10 to the 15th power in my brain?
5.49 times 10 to the 15th divided by 10 would give you
a huge number.
How many squares, right?
Huge number that no one except maybe Elon Musk to figure out.
10 to the 15th. That is a big number.
Yeah,
so this guy did a lot
15.
I mean, he couldn't have possibly, what I'm getting at is he couldn't have possibly gone through and name the squares.
Yeah, he obviously had some sort of software that broke it up and then was able to run an algorithm that assigns 3 random words to each one.
In my bathroom, one of the words is frock.
Frock.
Yeah. There it is.
But we won't say all 3 of them because we don't want everyone to know where
where my frocking bathroom is.
Where you're sitting when you're scrolling Instagram.
Where I take a frock every day.
Frock.
This is a good episode.
Yeah.
20th. 2021.
Thank Jeebus. Let's end this thing. All right?
Thank him.
Thank him, Jeebus.
Thanks, Jeebus.
This has been the American Fork Podcast. Thank you for putting up with us, listening to us. If you contractually are obligated to listen to us, thank you anyways. And if you're not contractually obligated, thank you even more.
Because that is true listenership.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/American Fork.
Oh, yeah. Go on and pay us some money, and we'll keep making episodes. And if you don't pay us any money, we'll probably still do it. But I promise they'll be so much better if you do pay us some money.
If we get 5 more patrons before next week, we'll release the audio from all of these tapes.
Oh, my God. That would be so crazy.
On the Patreon feed.
Patreon feed. 5 more patrons. We will release Jake's.
That would make 11
mission tapes.
11 patrons.
On Patreon.
That's so funny.
So sign up and only have 2 of your friends sign up and have each one of those friends sign up 2 friends.
Oh, yeah. And each one you sign up, we'll give you
We should really direct this to the 2 listeners we have.
Yeah.
So the 2 listeners, you reach out to 4 of your friends.
Of those 2 listeners, 6 patrons come out of that.
Listen, just treat it like a pyramid scheme that you're used to. Go and sell it to all your friends.
You're from Utah, you know what it is. MLM.
And trust me, you're gonna get some erotic tapes on cassette. It's unbelievable.
We'll send you some doTERRA Breathe.
Do it now. We know that there's a few people that are gonna sign up.
And if it's really successful, again, we're going to try to ship you guys. Yeah. So we'll make it happen.
We'll ship you guys.
If we make enough money on Patreon, then we are going on a honeymoon.
Jeff's going to Thailand. Jake's going to Madagascar.
No, we're going together.
And they're sending tapes.
We're going together. Oh, yeah. So we can
reenact it.
Communicate back and forth.
All right. That's
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
We love you so much.
I love you too, Jake.
But your likes are not the same. You try your Twitter handle, but it's feeling really lame. And you fall away from everything. But a podcast might be good for you to take. 'Cause we got your stupid epic roads with arguments galore. And we made it 20 episodes, which should have been much less than more. We went from Trump to Biden and aliens and toilet paper so like the sheriff and subscribe. If nothing, surely we will die. JK to follow each other. Please just don't forget the Patreon. Yeah, it tastes like a white chocolate.
And submit. How far do we have to take this before you can start bleeding?
I give the key lime Kit Kat B-. As long as I know I'm gonna live at least 5 years without one of my arms falling off.
You're like, yeah, that's Trent's, and you want to sound like a pussy, you sit there. Key lime Kit Kat. If you get me to eat this, I'm gonna go straight to the Matrix.
I used to hate Red Bulls, and I still do.
I've actually never had a caffeinated beverage that kept me and did its job.
You need straight heroin.
Wait till I pull it up.